So you're thinking about living in Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys and in towns like Charlottesville. Well, in this video, I am going to take you into a neighborhood. I'm going to show you 3 homes. Really, I'm going to show you 6, but I'm going to show you 3 homes at 3 different price points. Now, the thing about this neighborhood, last year, only 5 homes sold the entire year from July to July. This year, right now, there are currently 6 homes that are listed on the market. 4 of them are active and 2 of them are pending. So what a great time to go in and to take a look at some of the homes in this neighborhood. And if you hang around until the end of this video, I am going to tell you how this neighborhood, the Carrsbrook neighborhood, got its name. Kind of an interesting little story behind it. Got a little bit of history as well, and something we can take a look at to show you that history too. But before we do all that, let's go ahead and get started right now. Hi, my name's Stefan, and along with my wife Leslie is local real estate agents here in Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, and in towns like Charlottesville, Stanton, Waynesboro, Harrisonburg, Lexington, all of this area here. We get phone calls, texts, and emails all the time from folks just like you who are looking to sell a home here in Charlottesville or to purchase a home, and we've been able to help a lot of folks do that. I want to say thank you very much for allowing us to help you. You've been a pleasure to work with. But maybe you haven't given us a call yet. Well, all of our information is in the description down below, and we'd be happy to help you as well. And by the way, if you like our channel, if you like learning about the real estate and the neighborhoods and our beautiful mountains and valleys here, but not just that, if you like going to some of the festivals and seeing some of the neat historical things here in the area and learning all about Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, Leslie and I take you on those trips too, and we'd be honored if you click that subscribe button, touch that bell icon, and that way you'll know whenever one of our videos comes out. All right, so as I said, today we're going to go into the Carrsbrook neighborhood, but before we do that, I'm right here in the Rio Hills Shopping Center, one of the areas here along Highway 29 that has just exploded over the last 20, 30, 40 years and continues to do so today, with much housing being built along the Highway 29 corridor, as well as businesses continuing to be built as well. Why do I mention that? Well, because you're conveniently located in the Carrsbrook neighborhood. It's just right across the road here. You're only literally 3 to 5 minutes away from this shopping center and then everything else that comes up along the Highway 29 area here. So, I've done a lot of talking, but now it's time to do a lot of showing. So let's go ahead and let's get over into that Carrsbrook neighborhood. All right, so we've come across Highway 29 here, and we're in the Carrsbrook neighborhood. And a little bit about the neighborhood. You're going to see a lot of different prices of homes in this neighborhood, or values, I should say. Anywhere on average from about $500,000 to about $1.5 million. And like I say, there's a wide range of homes here in the neighborhood. Now, the 5 that sold last year, it took them 31 days on a median timeline to sell, and about an average of 64 days. So that's a little bit slower than normal, but like I say, they all sold, right? So, but additionally, the homes in this neighborhood were built in the 1960s and in the 1970s. And I'll go ahead and swap around here since we're running out of home over there. Show you the home over here on this side. And built in the 1960s and 70s, so you can see a lot of those traditional ranch style homes, colonial style homes as well. Now, a lot of them, the ones we're going to see today, have been updated and in several different ways in some cases. Now, most of the homes here in the neighborhood have 3 to 5 bedrooms. They have about 2,500 to 5,000 square feet of finished living space. So there's some larger homes in this neighborhood. Now, as far as the lot sizes go, about half of them are less than an acre, and about half of them are more than an acre, approximately. And like I say, you've got some really nice places in the neighborhood, like this little cul-de-sac right here. As you can see, just keep spinning around here and kind of give you an idea. It's not all just streets that are broken up or straight through, back and forth. They're meandering, a lot of little cul-de-sacs and circles through this neighborhood as well. Now, in addition to that, there's also ponds. There's several ponds in this neighborhood as well. And as you can see, I mean, just the large mature trees. I mean, well, everything was built back 50, 60 years ago. So That's why we have all the mature trees. So that'll give you an idea of the neighborhood. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go up here around the corner, and I'm going to take a look and show you our first home that is for sale in this neighborhood. All right, so the home that you see coming up here on my right-hand side is our first home here in the Carrsbrook neighborhood. It's on the market for $685,000. It's been on the market for 13 days. It was built in 1976, it has 5 bedrooms and 3 full baths, 3,022 square feet of finished living space, and all of that is above ground. Break that down, it's $227 a square foot, and it sits on that half-acre lot. Now, this home has been updated, and nice thing is, if you look down here, it's located on a dead-end street. That makes it really nice, and to be on a dead-end street, only certain traffic coming in and out. Now, the home has a lot of open living space in it as well. There's gorgeous hardwood floors. The kitchen has a gas stove and nice granite countertops. 5 bedrooms, as I mentioned, in the home. One's currently being used as an office. In addition to that, there's a den. So if you're working from home, you got plenty of room to do things. And that's a popular thing. A lot of folks are working from home nowadays. There's a nice sunroom on the home as well. A wonderful deck out back, and a fire ring, and a play area for the kids. And so home really has a lot going for it here in the Carrsbrook neighborhood. So that's home number 1. Let's go ahead around the corner and go to home number 2. All right, so our next house here in the Carrsbrook neighborhood is this one that you see behind me right here, and taken an old ranch style home, and they have kind of modernized it and updated it. And this home is currently on the market. It's been active for 57 days now. It's listed for $830,000. It was built in 1967. It has 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, and 1 half bath. And it has 3,782 square feet of finished space above ground. And, in total, and 1,891 of that is above ground. And then the other half of that is below ground. Now, like I say, this home has been updated significantly over the last 10 years. And it's been modified inside, where it's taken some of the walls out of those traditional ranch style home to open things up to give it more of an open feel and more modernized, up-to-date feel. When you go in, you see those gorgeous wood floors that are inside, and again, like I say, some of those updates. The kitchen, it's got those nice deep farmhouse kitchen sinks that are surrounded by granite counters, a gas stove, and nice recessed lighting in this area of the home as well. There's a nice open living room with a wood burning fireplace and a very private backyard that part of which opens up, is open, and then part of it is surrounded by the woods, which makes it very nice and private. Additionally, there's a large, and I mean, it really is, it's amazing, partially covered deck on the back of the home. And also the home's been updated. If you have electric vehicles, has some EV chargers here in the vehicles as well. And as you can see, there are solar panels, and those solar panels charge the entire house. All right, so we saved the biggest for last, right? We are here at the home that is, it truly is an amazing home. It sits on 2.9 acres of land. Unfortunately, you're probably not going to be able to purchase it because it's currently pending, has a contract on it. But it was listed for $1,495,000. It was built in 1963, has 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, and 3 half baths, 5,392 square feet of finished living space. 3,318 of that is above ground in this house. And then there's another 711 square feet in a guest cottage as well. If you take all of that square footage and you break it down, it's $158 a square foot. And like I said, it sits on 2.9 acre lot. Now, this home has been updated. And like I said, I know you're not going to see it very good from the road here, but I'll get you some pictures here. It's been updated and renovated, and it really is. It's like it's a little mini paradise. I mean, it's going to give you that old home feel with the updates of modern living. And I mean, on a street like this, it's absolutely wonderful. Now, the large dining room is be a great place for family meals. There's also an updated kitchen with a breakfast bar that has a gas stove and stainless deep well farmhouse kitchen, stainless kitchen sink. Multiple rooms for entertainment that are large and they're just very distinguished rooms. There's a nice large primary suite that's going to allow for plenty of restful nights. There's a huge elevated terrace that overlooks the swimming pool and the pool house and one of the ponds here in the neighborhood as well. And additionally, that 711 square foot cottage be an additional space for other family members when they visit, or if you're the new owners, they could choose to continue to use it as a revenue generating property for $900 a month. But like I say, just another really one of the larger homes here in the neighborhood, but a very nice home here as well. Now, at the beginning of the video, I told you that I would tell you where Carrsbrook, why this neighborhood was named Carrsbrook. I'm going to go up the road. I'm going to show you why that is. Okay, so over my left-hand shoulder here is the home known as the Carrsbrook home. Of course, the home is where this neighborhood got its name. Now, there's a little bit of an interesting story about the Carrsbrook home here, just north of Charlottesville. And while the history of the land in this area can be traced all the way back to the early 1730s, it really wasn't until the early 1780s when the story here at Carrsbrook really began. It was at that time that a man by the name of Thomas Carr, who had served as a commissary agent to the Virginia troops during the American Revolution, was he inherited 1,000 acres of land here in this area. In approximately 1785, he decided he wanted to build a house here on this land. So he chose this beautiful location, which behind it overlooks the Rivanna River and the Rivanna River Valley, and it's elevated about 100 foot above that, so there's some really beautiful views. Now, the home itself is this beautiful 2.5-story Palladian home with 1.5-story wings. And I mean, if imagine that being built then, and imagine that it's still kept its beauty today. And just it's a really neat, really a work of art here to have in this area. However, while Thomas lived in this home for a few years, it really bears the name of a Charlottesville resident that is more memorable than Thomas himself, and that is Peter Carr. Peter Carr was a nephew of Thomas Jefferson, and as a resident of Charlottesville from the late 1790s until his death in 1815, Peter Carr he did multiple things, such as serve a term in the Virginia House of Delegates, and he was also a very well-respected educator of his day. Now, of course, being close to Monticello with his family member, Thomas Jefferson, the two would often have discourse and conversations discussing pertinent information of the day. One of those things was Jefferson's idea of a public education system here in Virginia. Now, there's a lot more that you can learn about this home and its most famous resident, and if you're interested, you can read more by going to this link, which is going to tell you more about it on the registration form for the National Register of Historic Places. The National Register of Historic Places accepted this home in 1982, and this private residence has been on that list since that time. So, that's where the neighborhood came from. Now you notice at the beginning of the video I told you the homes were built in the 1960s and the 1970s. It's because at that time in 1960 was when the land around this home was originally subdivided into 1-acre lots. And thus we had this neighborhood with very mature trees and a lot of different unique things about it here around this home. So, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope it gave you an idea of what the Carrsbrook neighborhood is all about and where that name came from in this beautiful house that sits here. And we talked a lot about history today as well. But maybe it's your time to be part of Virginia history, whether you live here in the area or whether you're coming in from out of the area. Leslie and I would be happy to help you, whether you're moving in or whether you're selling a home here in the area. And we're, like I said before, we're so thankful for all the folks that we've been able to help, and we'd love to help you too. And in order to do that, we trust that you'll pick up the phone, call us, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All that information is in the description down below, and we'll be happy to help you and look forward to doing that. So, from here in the Carrsbrook neighborhood in front of this beautiful Palladian style house, until next time, I'll see you around town.